Hey, what is up, guys, and welcome back to the FC's Football channel. And today, we're back with the match reaction of Manchester United 1, Atletico Madrid 1. Now, what do we make of the game? Well, let's be real here. We don't deserve that, do we? We don't deserve a draw. We don't deserve a point. Well, to go back to Old Trafford in a, I don't want to say a positive position because we didn't win the game, but not a negative one, I suppose. Like, we were awful today. Comfortably second best in that first half. Second half, Madrid fell off. We came up better, but we weren't great still. The game became more 50-50. And yes, we got our goal in the end through Anthony Elanga, who I think came on and is making it clear he should be starting games for Manchester United. I think I've got a lot of questions about to ask Ralph Rangnick about the team today. Why did we start Lindelof today if we're going to start Maguire and Varane? It should have been one or the other. Well, it should be two of the three. When Wan-Bissaka and Telles came on, and Matic, we improved tenfold. I'm not saying that's because Wan-Bissaka came in at right back, but I thought Wan-Bissaka played well. I thought Matic played well. I thought Telles played well. We're going. Well, look, when do Atletico Madrid come to Old Trafford? Let me find out. In the 15th of March. They come to Old Trafford and we have to beat them. And it's not going to be easy. It's not like it was last season when we have an away goal. Away goals aren't anything anymore. We have to beat Atletico Madrid, and if we play anywhere like we did today, I don't think we will. And Atletico Madrid were missing some key players. Luis Suarez didn't play. Griezmann wasn't fit and could only play, 20 minutes? No Carrasco. This wasn't a fully fit Madrid team. And they beat us. Well, they should have beat us. And look, you think, yes, the actual score was 1-0. Griezmann hits the bar. Vasalco misses an open goal. Both of them go in, we're 3-1 down. Embarrassing performance today. And we go into the second leg thinking we're gonna lose if we play like that. Paul Scholes said against Atalanta, we play like that and we'll lose to Liverpool. What do we do? Lost to Liverpool. We play like that against anyone else, any big team, we lose. Why are you loving life, Corey? Are you a Liverpool fan? Is that Trent in your profile picture? Well, if you're a Liverpool fan, I can see why. Thank you, Corey, mate. I mean, look. Anything, theoretically, yeah, I thought you were. Anything's possible in the second leg. But I don't have any confidence in us. Maguire, why is he, how is he playing Champions League football? How is he playing Champions League football? He's not good enough, is he? And look, I was going to say this anyway, but now Corey's here. He can revel in it a little bit. We beat Leeds 4-2, and we were going mental over it. We were chuffed with ourselves. We were going, yes, look at that. Look how good we are. Liverpool just tore them apart 6-0. Like, not even close. We had a period in that Leeds game where we thought, we might lose this. 6-0 Liverpool just smashed them. You look at Liverpool coincidentally also played Atletico Madrid in the Champions League. Did they beat them both times? Quite convincingly, if I remember correctly. I mean, it's a joke. Like, we shouldn't have won today. That should have been a comfortable 3-1 win for Liverpool. For Madrid, sorry. Comfortable. Missed 2 sitters will hit the bar. We created one chance, really, and Alanga took it. But even then, Oblak should save it. It's crap. It's crap goalkeeping from Oblak. A good goalkeeper saves Alanga's goal. And it's shocking, really. It's shocking. Look, we have Watford in our next game, if I remember correctly. Yeah, we have Watford. They've just lost 4-1 to Crystal Palace. We won't make Watford look as bad as Crystal Palace have. We then go to City, and I fear for my life. We then go to Spurs in a must-win game. No, I have very little to no confidence. We then play Madrid again. I think we could lose that easily. And then we play fucking Liverpool. And we can't lose to Liverpool. We can't. After the 5-1, was it 5-0? 5-0, was it? Earlier in the season. We can't lose to Liverpool. We can't. I can admit Alanga is different gravy. Look, I'm gonna again. I agree with you. A shout out to Anthony Alanga. He is quality. I said in pre-season that I was adamant Alanga should be given a lot of game time this season. He looks quality. I said it at the end of last season, and he should be. How Marcus Rashford continues to start over Anthony Alanga, I don't know. Marcus Rashford. You should go. You should sell him in the summer. Get whatever money you can get for him. Get him gone. He is dreadful. I don't know, Cora. I don't know. I imagine you probably watched the Liverpool game. When Rashford picked the ball up outside the box, Luke Shaw made a great overlap. I was saying, Rashford, don't shoot. From about fucking 50 yards, he just smashes it over the bar. That is not good enough. That's not a sign of a good player, of an intelligent player. That's something you expect of a fucking not even a Brighton player. Brighton got more brains than that. Of a League One player that's trying to get their one goal, their one moment of magic. That's who we've got wearing our famous number 10 shirt. Probably the most famous shirt in United's history. Up there with the number 7. And we've got Rashford doing that in it. It's not even just form. He's just not very good. Like, honestly, he hasn't been good for a year. I tweeted out in the during the game. Genuinely, when was Marcus Rashford's last good performance? And I'll put it out to you guys as well. When was it? I cannot remember a good performance from Rashford. He didn't play well today. Didn't play well. Well, he hasn't played well since Raf's taken over, to say the least, has he? Weren't playing well when it was just Ollie. Maybe his last good game was when he came off the bench against Spurs. Maybe. I'm not even sure. I was pissed that day. We're lucky to get the draw, yeah. We go to pens in the second leg, yeah, we're getting knocked out. Exactly, Corey. He's just not good. But he's living off moments. And what's Alanga got to say? Alanga saying he's dreamed of moments like this. And it was a dream moment to score against a big club like Madrid. Alanga talking very well, just saying, through on goal, I kept cool, calm and collected and just trying to repay what United had given him. And he is. Alanga's destined for the top. We are so lucky. Yeah, we are. And like I keep saying, we play like that. Like Paul Scholes said against when we played Atalanta and drew 2-2. Play like that against anyone else, any top team, we beat them. Thank you, Corey. Big up yourself. We don't let many Liverpool fans here, but we'll allow you. I don't want to talk. I don't want to listen to Alanga. He's well spoken. He's a top player. He's a top player, Alanga, and he should be playing far more often. Right, what we'll do, we'll go into the player ratings, and we'll obviously talk about performances from there. So there we go. So David De Gea today. He gets an average 6. He didn't make any saves. He wasn't at fault for the goal. There was one moment where Varane got fouled. He swept well. But De Gea had nothing to do really. So he gets an average 6. Lindelof. Anything on Liverpool tonight? Well, they won 6-0, didn't they? And they're better than us. Liverpool are better than Man United. That's the only thing we've got to say on it. But yeah, so Lindelof, he was alright. Weren't great. The goal came from his side. He's a centre-back playing right-back. He was out. I don't know why we started him there. It was really confusing to start one of our best centre-backs, really. Or our second best after Varane at right-back, so we could play Maguire. Weird decision, but I thought he played alright. Goal came from his side, like I said. Not as good. If he played centre-back, I think he would have played a lot better. I'll give him a 7. Varane is also going to get a 7. I thought Varane, again, he's proven why he's our best centre-back. Classy performer. Goal weren't his fault. Leader. Varane's just a Rolls Royce. And this is the difference between a team like Man United and a team like Liverpool, Man City. Man United have one Varane. Liverpool have multiple. They have Kanate. They have Van Dijk. They have Matip. You look at Man City. They have Diaz. They have Laporte. To a certain extent, John Stones. Quality centre-backs. Lindelof is better than Maguire. Yet, we have to play Maguire for some reason. Why? I don't know. Maybe because we paid 80 million quid for him. But we put ourselves in harm's way by continuing to play Maguire because he's not good enough. Put Maguire in Burnley, for example. It'll be fucking unbelievable. He'll be one of the best centre-backs in the league because he's playing deep and he's just heading balls away. You can't do that at Manchester United when we're trying to play on the halfway line and dominate games. It just can't. It just doesn't work. I honestly think Lindelof should start ahead of the side-bed. He's Mars. Yeah, he is. Corey, you're bang on. I don't know how Maguire continues to start for Manchester United, apart from the fact he costs so much money. It doesn't make sense. Maguire, 5. Maguire, fault for the goal. Silly free kicks at times. He's just not good enough. He's just not good enough. I'm going to give him a 4.5, actually. He's just not good enough. To play at the level and the standard Manchester United want to play, he's just not good enough. He has to be protected by a back three. And if not, we have to sit deep and defend. And Paul Scholes looks like he's getting riled up. No, I wouldn't want him in Peterborough's side. Peterborough's going to get relegated. He's awful. I mean, at least for Peterborough, when they're sitting back defending in a back three, can just keep heading balls away. But like, Harry Maguire's cost £80 million. He's meant to be good in the air. He scored one corner this season. One corner. He's useless. He's useless. Absolutely useless. Sell him for a pack of quavers. Luke Shaw today. I'll give him a 6. He was all right. I don't think he was terrible. Look, he played in the first half where United were completely under the cosh. When Telles came on in the second half, we were more on the front foot because we played better in the second half. So we didn't get too much of that. Falcao didn't really get the better of him too much. I thought he was alright, 6. He only lost his place when his house got broken into and then Harry started again. So he was focused to get into an under-13s team. Pogba, he was poor today. 5. And I'll give Fred a 6. Pogba, look, again, he played in the first half and he was really poor. Same goes for the whole midfield. There's just no balance in that midfield. It's just Pogba and Bruno want to get into the same sort of areas and this sort of area between the two wingers. And it ends up leaving Fred here. Well, I can go to this screen, can't I, and show you. It ends up leaving, if we change that for Pogba, it ends up leaving such a gap. And that's where Atletico Madrid just found so much joy, just picking the ball up in this sort of area. And they just have free roam of us. Like Fred's not a defensive midfielder, really. He's a box-to-box player. And that's why in the second half, when we brought on Matic, who could sit deep, and let Fred actually play where he wants to play. And so then we fill that gap there. So it's not just wide open. So we got more control of the game, and Madrid didn't have it all their own way in the second half. And that's why we eventually stopped them just attacking us 24/7, and we actually got a bit of control. Not much, but a little bit. Corey would probably get beaten in the air by an under 13. To be fair, the one thing you can say about Maguire, he does win a header. If it's straight, if it's a long ball, and he can watch it the whole way, he does win the header. I don't know if he can control the header, but he does win the header. If it's a ball where he's having to run onto it, then he's fucked. Then he can't win a header. Rashford, he was 2. He's just dreadful. He put a good cross in, to be fair. That's the first thing he's done good in a while. Useless player. When he got that ball, like 40 yards out, I shouldn't have to be saying Rashford don't shoot. Because no professional footballer should be shooting from 40 yards out. Really. Especially when you're under the cosh 1-0 down. And you've got options. But he does because he's rubbish. When he came off for Elanga, improvement. Elanga's like 19. And he's better than Marcus Rashford, who is 26, I believe. What can you say? United haven't got the legs in midfield. Pogba works for France, not for United. The bloke isn't interested. To be fair, Pogba's been really good for us recently. Against like Leeds, he was really good. I mean, to be fair, he just doesn't... Against Atletico Madrid or against top teams, you can't have a Pogba, Bruno, and a Fred. You need to have a proper DM. Like when Matic came on, who can actually do a job and actually can like dictate a game. Pogba has that sort of thing in Kante for France, but at the same time, just international football is just a lot slower, isn't it? So that's why Maguire looks so good for England, because it's so much slower. So Pogba has that time on the ball. When the game's at full throttle and he's the one having to try and dictate games, teams can just get around him and stop him, because they know, oh, Fred's not going to do anything because Fred can't pass a football. So we'll get around Paul Pogba, get 3 men on him, and he won't be able to escape. And against the likes of Leeds, because they're not as good, you have that little bit more time. Because instead of trying to press you, they're just trying to get men behind the ball and let them try and break us down. So Pogba can play brilliantly against a Leeds in midfield because he ain't got anyone trying to tackle him all the time. They're just letting him try and break him down. But Atletico Madrid, they're going to press you. They're going to put you under. And when it's 3-on-1, you're going to lose the ball, ain't you? And that's why Pogba's best position for United since he really joined was last year when he was playing off the left. Because it allowed him to have that like creative freedom, because you can't really afford to have 3 or 4 players moving out to the left wing to try and stop Pogba, especially when you've then got Bruno Fernandes who's right next to him. Then you're creating space for him to play. Yeah, I don't know where I got to with Rashford. He's just rubbish. Don't play it. If he never plays for United again, it'll be a good day for me. Bruno got the assist in the end. I thought in the first half he was just as poor as Pogba. He gets a 6 for the assist. Apart from that, he weren't great. Sancho gets a 5. First half, he got absolutely nothing. Second half, he looked dangerous at times. The attack got absolutely nothing all game. And Ronaldo probably gets a 4. It's the same as last season. The strikers just don't get a thing. Against good teams, our strikers don't get a chance. Ronaldo had nothing today. Sancho, did he have a chance? No. I mean, how many shots did we have all game? That's a good question, isn't it? We had 2 shots on target. 7 in total. We're just not very good, are we? It's so clear we need a Nemanja Matic-like player, but someone who can actually play all game. Matic came on. Matic's hardly played all season. Came on, and about 10 minutes after he come on, he's gone down with cramp. His legs are gone, isn't they? Elanga, off the bench. I thought he actually played quite well. Probably didn't play long enough. How long did Elanga play? Elanga played 15 minutes. That's 15 minutes ago. It's pretty good 15 minutes. I'll give Elanga an 8. And I'll give Elanga man of the match as well. In the end, Elanga is the reason we're going to Old Trafford with any sort of dignity and with a point. Well, with a chance, really. Lingard, 6. Let me zoom back in. Lingard gets a 6. Matic, I'll give a 7 to. Wan-Bissaka, I thought was actually quite good at. I'm going to give both fullback 7s. Wan-Bissaka and Telles, I thought both of them came on and played very well. So that's why they both get 7s. Matic helped control the game, gave us a bit more balance in that midfield, allowing Fred to do this box-to-box sort of role, where he's able to get backwards and forwards and just have Matic sit deep. And, I mean, realistically, what you want is kind of Pogba to be put in that role to do the box-to-box and have that one player, like Matic, to sit. And that's what we saw, if you remember back to the, is it 1920 season? When we got up after lockdown and we had Pogba, Matic and Bruno as a midfield three with Greenwood out on the left, on the right, sorry. Rashford on the left, Martial up top. That was a balanced team. We had Matic would sit, Pogba would be box to box, Bruno would play as a number 10, and we had goals coming from the wings, and Martial was working, helping to link the play, similar to what Firmino does at Liverpool. But after then the 2021 season, last season, Matic just never played, and we went to McTominay and Fred because Pogba got injured. McTominay and Fred became a partnership, which wasn't very good, but Ole Gunnar Solskjaer relied upon it and kept playing it, and that's why we then saw Pogba on the left, where he played very well. The issue is, really, with Pogba, is he's always been compared, because he came at a similar sort of time as De Bruyne, he has always been compared to De Bruyne. And he's always been expected to score loads of goals and get loads of assists. When he's never really played, well, for United as that type of player. He has at times, when Ole Gunnar Solskjaer first took over, we played a 4-3-3. And it was that. And Pogba played in this role where Bruno is, and he got given that license to get forward and play as that sort of number 10, and it was Matic and Herrera, where Herrera was where Fred was. That was balanced because, like what I'm saying now, you had Matic would sit, Herrera would be the box to box, and Pogba would have that free role, which Bruno has in this team, to create and doesn't have to be as defensively disciplined. Pogba, for France, in the 4-2-3-1, plays with Kante or more recently Tchouaméni, and has like Griezmann, I guess, there. You have Kante doing that defensive midfield role. You have Pogba playing as that box to box. But interestingly enough, if you look at the World Cup, on one of the wings, I think it was usually the right wing, they played Blaise Matuidi. Because, again, it allowed Pogba to have that kind of free role. But it also had that defensive midfielder who would sit and would let Pogba have a bit more creativity. But he was also still playing that box-to-box role. And when he plays for France, we don't just look at him and go, oh, he got a goal today, he played really well. Or he got an assist today, he played really well. We just watch him play and think, oh, he's played really well. Where for United, if he doesn't get a goal or an assist, he's not played well. If you think back to opening day of the season, Graham Souness said Pogba played as we expect a £90 million player to play when he got 4 assists. Yet, Jack Grealish, who cost 100, has he got 4 assists all season? And we're not hearing criticism of him. I think he's been over-criticised since he's joined United and has never really had a team or been in a team that's really been built for Pogba to get the best out of Pogba. And that's why, again, I think when Pogba played on the left wing for United last season, why he was at his best, because he had that freedom here, because he had McTominay and Fred there just dictating. Well, not dictating, just working, I guess, and you had Pogba able to kind of roam in these sort of positions, picking the ball up, creating, letting Bruno have a bit of freedom as well. And that's why he worked so well there. Ralph Ragnick, what rating are we going to give Ralph? Started poorly. I didn't get Lindelof at right back. Started Maguire again, shocking. But in the end, second half, made the right subs. We got back in the end. I'm going to give him a 6. Average. No, actually, I'm going to give him a 5. That's a really poor 5. There you go. 5 for Ragnick. Starting Rashford was a poor decision, although I knew he would. Starting Maguire was a poor decision, although I knew he would. Lindelof starting at right back, bizarre. And then we just played awfully. And then subs came, but Rashford stayed on for too long. I mean, I think there was more bad than good, to say the least. Elanga's composure won us the game. We were so lucky in that game. They hit the post. Well, they hit the bar twice. Another day we lose today. We lose 3-1 and we're out. And that's one of the reasons I'm giving Ralph a 5. Another day we lose today, and then we go back. We have Atletico Madrid come to Old Trafford, knowing, well, this game is pointless. We're 3-1 down. Madrid defensively solid, as everyone knows they are. Chances are we're not going to win it. 1-1, we have a chance. Ronaldo loves a goal against Atletico Madrid. Let's hope he can get one in the second leg, because he didn't get a chance today and he won't be happy with that. But look, that is going to be it from me today. If you have enjoyed, please do hit that like button below and subscribe if you are new and you haven't already. That would be greatly appreciated. And we'll be back for the Watford versus Man United game, which is on the weekend. Is there any other games on this weekend? Well, any good games, I should say. So United play at 3 o'clock. Not really. There's no good games this weekend, are there? West Ham Wolves on the Sunday. I mean, Man City at Everton will be a good game, but apart from that, there's not really anything going on, is there? Well, yeah. Peterborough vs Hull. Is that's a huge game. Right. Let's quickly look at the league table for Hull. Yeah, it's not looking good for Peterborough, is it? We're actually Peterborough are going to get relegated. Derby County are going to stay up, and they got what, minus 21 goal, point deduction or something like that. Derby are going to stay up, and Peterborough will go down. Anyway, like I said, that is going to be it. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you all in the next one. In a bit. Peace.